It's time.
Wait, it's time for what? What are we doing?
Mosaic 4 ways.
Oh, is it like one of those mosaics they use to censor really nasty porn? Hi, Nick.
Hi, Greg. No, not quite like that. Anyway, hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to not Maxwell Star's beer review and another one.
The other one. It's the other one.
101 with your host Maxwell Star of Maxwell Star's beer reviews. Fair enough. With co-host Lady Lee, and we got over here we got Lady Lee, we got Greg here. But tonight we're gonna do a analysis of a beer from Collective Arts. Go figure, we're doing more Collective Arts beers. It's because it's one thing that we can all get, at least three of us. So
if they get if they have their distribution shit down, then they get their beers reviewed. Everyone else, take note.
It surprises me that this shit's not available in Nova Scotia. Like they're all across the country. Otherwise, why can't they send any beers to Nova Scotia? Not that Lee would really be wanting to drink a whole ton of hazy IPAs, but still,
yeah, he might do it for the show.
Like, when you have a analysis like Stranger Than Fiction or something, that's a pretty tasty porter.
When I first went to get this one, I ended up getting it with my order because it wasn't at the store that I usually get my beers at. So I had to, they could get it in, and it was probably going to come in. I had to kind of push it a bit faster for myself so I could have it in my box of beer that I bought, so I could get that Fruity.
Well, anyway, since you're talking anyway, how are you tonight, Lily?
I am decent. I am.
Nice.
Yes, I still sound congested. I can breathe through my nose.
That's all good.
I'm still blocked up. Yeah, so it should be fun. No taste or no smell notes tonight, though. No smell. I have absolutely no smell. Nothing smells.
We'll forgive you for that.
It's damaged. It's done. My cold destroyed my nasal passages.
Well, tonight's a good day for Ryan to be gassy.
We made that joke yesterday. He had ice cream cake from Parker's party, and he's lactose. And he texts me. He's like, 2 pieces. He's like, I'm gonna be farty. I'm like, I can't smell anything. It's fine.
All right. So speaking of not being able to come up with your own notes, hi, Greg.
Joke's on you. If they're really good, you'll be able to taste them. So there's some fart 101 for you.
About the farts, or are you talking about the beer? You get the tasting notes with the farts.
Well, do you realize it though? Because I feel like because you're not realizing the farts there, you don't doesn't get that taste.
I feel a really good one. It just kind of impregnates all of your orify.
Well, it has not happened.
What's happening here? All right, Greg, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. I was in the land of Sexton today. Did not see Ashley Sexton, so he's still gone missing. I sort of expected to see him wandering through a field or something, but nope, not there.
Yeah, I feel like Ashley Sexton's missing. We should probably start putting him on milk cartons.
I mean,
or beer cans that are available in Welland.
I would say you have a lot more chance of somebody finding him on a beer carton, or maybe or maybe on some of those devil's lettuce packaging. Maybe instead of the warning.
The marijuana sticks.
Whoa! We don't use the M word on this show.
I'm sorry.
Open the reefer.
No. We call it the devil's lettuce. And one of those packages that tells you, hey, this can probably kill you. We'll just have a picture of Ashley Sexton's face grinning at you like, you're gonna die, you stupid idiot.
All right. So
I miss Ashley Sexton.
Flying. What the fuck? StreamYard's changed their screen sharing setup. Okay.
And now you're stuck with Greg on the screen. Oh God, what do I do?
Greg's gonna no, we're gonna
Whoa, Greg and Carrie on the same screen.
Oh my God, that's loud.
All right, so let me bring it right here because StreamYard has suddenly changed a couple of things.
Even virtual Carrie's interrupting.
Oh, there we go. All right, so we're gonna listen to this guy who's actually probably still awake, and he says he had to go to bed early. He's
shots
tired,
fired.
but he could have been here tonight. I'm just saying that.
Going down, people of the analysis. Thanks for having me virtually and stuff and things. Excited to try this beer for not the first time ever and stuff and things with you and things.
Seems pretty awake to me. All right.
I mean,
hi, Greg.
I bet you that recording's live.
Oh, yeah. I said that was a pre-recording though, and I was muted. So,
Oh,
and then
Alrighty,
you said
so-
live, and I was like, "Wait, you heard me?" And then I realized you didn't hear me. So, there we
All
go.
right, so let's
I've
get
done
down to
that
the history here. We've already this is the umpteenth beer we've done on from Collective Arts. You don't really need to go too much detail other than say that Collective Arts was founded in 2013 by Matt Johnson and Bob Russell. Johnson and Russell, along with brewmaster Ryan Morrow, began brewing on contract space at Nickelbrook in Burlington. Collective Arts and Nickelbrook opened a joint brewery in Hamilton a year later at the site of the former Lakeport Brewery, which Collective Arts is where they're based out of now. They bought out Nickelbrook shares and then now operates it as their main brewery with production volume and distribution to reach across Canada, into the US, and even abroad. After introducing the Collective Arts series of seasonals, a Collective Arts Project series of seasonals around spring 2016, the Project series of IPAs has since evolved into a series of Project IPAs, beginning with Project Number One, IPA Number One in February of 2017. They just had their it'll be 6 years next month that they've been doing these project beers. However, we'll get into a recent change with this one here that I noticed. We'll talk about this beer first. So, Mosaic Four Ways is a 6.5% ABV, 65 IBU, American style IPA brewed with 4 different types of Mosaic hops, much like the IPA number 20, which was Citra Four Ways. Greg remembers Citra. It had Citra in it, right?
did it?
Yeah, I guess. From January 2022, so a year ago. Mosaic Four Ways features the regular Mosaic hops along with Mosaic Cryo, Mosaic Incognito, and Mosaic Spectrum hops, with like Incognito and Spectrum being hops extract processes. One's like better for hopping a beer and one's better for dry hopping, like hopping the boil, hopping the like one's good for dissolving in the cold like post brew. Anyway, so for the dry hopping process, I think the Spectrum's for dry hopping. Anyway, both hop extract processes were developed by John I. Haas. So if you look at John I. Haas on Google's, you'll be able to find more information about that guy. Released in November of 2022, Collective Arts says this is part of their quarterly IPA series, and both the New Brunswick liquor sites and the LCBO identify it as IPA number 23. This is not mentioned anywhere on the can. Doesn't, at least I can't see anything saying IPA 23 on the can or on the can art anywhere, which is kind of, I guess, kind of sad to me, just because like it's been a very big thing for like Canadian craft beer fans, and also for BA 101, where we've done like countless numbers of these IPA series beers, and
I mean, it's
all of a
not
sudden
countless,
they're
but it's
yeah.
about 23 of them.
Yeah, like well, it hasn't been countless, I guess, but I mean, for so long, and we've said like, okay, what's the next weird beer in the series? And now they're dropping the numbering system. So maybe it's the beer nerd in me saying, please go back to adding that numbering system to the cans, even if it's just like a small number or something. I like
I
seeing
agree.
it. Yeah, it was kind of neat, especially because at this point now it's showing its history. All right, whatever, do whatever you want. So, yes.
Maybe they just panicked and they're like, "Shit, we didn't make one, so we're just gonna do this one."
Didn't put it on the label. Then ran out of label space. All right, so can art features artwork from Babatosh Deval from Pune, India. Look him up. I'm assuming this is an Instagram handle at visual_weapon_art. Let's get down to the beer. So first and foremost, we'll bring up Lady Lee, who's going to tell us what's your history with this beer. I know you've had quite a few of the IPA series beers.
I have, yeah. I have had all the ones that are on the BA, and I've had a few of their sours as well. They had, I can't remember what it's called now. There was it was a Jam Up the Mash one, but they had one that I really enjoyed, and then they had one where I guess they said Jam Up the Mash berries, and then they came up with like Jam Up the Mash later on. I forget what happened, but the first one I found was kind of like juicy with like a little bit of sour, while the rest I just found were sour, and I just did not enjoy them. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I have had quite a few, and I've had a representative at Lou Dogs, so I got like a bunch of free beer from them too. So,
oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Which Carrie also got. So he got a bunch of free beer too.
When does Carrie not get free beer?
I think that's old Carrie. I don't think new Carrie gets that much free beer anymore.
All right. So thank you, Lady Lee. Let's go over to Gorg.
Hello, Nick. I was looking this up on the website. So they're actually saying for our newest IPA series, we decided blah, blah, blah. So I almost wonder if they're going to kind of spin this off. Now, LCBO does list this as IPA 23. Not that means anything, but I almost wonder if they're kind of deviating. Maybe they're going to do like a 4-way series. Like they're going to turn this into, Mosaic. They should do one with Citra. That would actually be kind of cool. They can do one with,
Sure,
I don't know if there's any other hops other than Mosaic and Citra, but if there are, they can do it with this. So maybe it's like going to be a different series, whereas they'll continue on their numbered series. I doubt they're going to ditch their numbered series, to be honest. It's a pretty popular thing for them. I would assume, but it's like, like they spun out, what was that one that Carrie liked? The Liquid Fart Fest. And that one was like sort of unofficially thought to be like a numbered one, but they skipped it number wise, even though it was kind of like still a special release for them. So I don't know. I think you'll see an IPA 23 at some point next. So I'd dry those tears.
IPA 24.
Well, maybe, well, then either way, you got your IPA 23, and here it is right here. So until further notice, IPA 23 Mosaic 4-ways. Cheers, motherfuckers. Oh, wait, the show's not done yet. I've never had this before. I haven't even opened this can yet, so I haven't even drank any of it yet. And I've had most of the rest of the series, and I've had most other Collective Arts beers, and that's my history.
There you go. All righty. So I'll go to, first of all, I'm going to bring myself on screen because now I'm going to figure out StreamYard. No. Because this guy didn't show up tonight. All right. Oh, look, we're newscast. He's a little rude. There we go. All right. So,
We're on this side.
I had one can of this before this can. So, it's a pretty extensive history.
That is a very extensive history. I mean, he totally could have, taken the time to give that alive.
Wow.
Let's just keep beating the dead horse.
Listen, we just want to clarify there's no hard feelings. Fuck you, Carrie.
All right, so my thoughts, my history on this beer. Obviously, I've had quite a few Collective Arts beers. I mean, how many have we done on BA 101? And I've been here for every episode. I mean, I have had, like, we're going back to just the IPA series alone. I found my list here. I've had 1, 3, I had 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and then 14 onward. Like 14 onward actually showed up here in New Brunswick long after like the first 4 showed up here in New Brunswick, and then they were gone for a while. Then they started coming back at number 14. So I got a chance to try a couple of them courtesy of folks from Ontario, like IPA number 5, number 6, 8, and 9, and 10, just by chance. So, and we've done an episode of them. I think we did the first BA 101 on a Collective Arts Project IPA series, starting with number 6. Then we did 8, 9, and no, 9 we didn't do BA 101 on, but I don't think we did 10, but I think we did 14 onward anyway. So that's the IPA series alone. So we've had quite a few of them. And yeah, like to go with what Greg was saying, they did do a Citra 4-ways is IPA number 20. This one here is Mosaic 4-ways. I'd like to see more of these 4-ways beers, but I did do a little research before the show, and the 4 ways they're giving. Of course, you can get all kinds of different hops in cryo. You can get regular hops, and I think Incognito, which is the liquid like a syrup extract made by John Haas. That's probably not made by him; it's made by his company. That sounds gross. All right, so yeah, like it's kind of like one of those things where there's like a bunch of different varieties available for that one, but when you look at the spectrum, there's only two varieties, Citra and Mosaic, and they're the ones that are like the liquid for liquid like syrup that's dissolvable in cold water, so it can be used in the dry hopping process instead of using whole leaf hops or pellets. So anyway, that's my history there. I would like to see maybe them taking something like this and spinning it off, or doing more creative. Maybe do a Sabro 3-ways next or something.
5 ways. Orgy.
Orgy,
Oh, boy.
5-way. Well, the only reason I was saying 3-ways is because I know there's 3 different varieties of Sabro. They don't have the Spectrum Sabro, at least not yet.
I just made it
Maybe
sexual.
they should. They're going to call their beer the next year their orgy year.
This is
Greg,
a nice,
Greg's not
this is a
paid
nice clean
attention.
beer
So.
show. Suddenly, you come on here, make it sexual, disgusting. You know what? Oh, I get it. 4-way sex. Ha, that's funny.
How about if Lady Lee's going to make everything sexual and we make her read the comments?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
because they're all sexual.
Are they? Okay, hold on. Oh, a review of another Collective Arts beer. How novel. From Lee Russell. I said your novel. Maxwell Starr says, Lee's more of a pamphlet than a novel. I do like that. That's hilarious. Lee Russell, but a very informative one. While Nick, the novel, is something trash, best read by
Puerile
housewives. Puerile trash.
Puerile trash.
Best read by housewives who have given up on life. So I should read it.
We should have some Desperate Housewives. Oh.
Maxwell Starr. I have a tabloid. I should be reading these. At least I'm a big sheet.
Oh.
You mean you have a big penis? Hey,
Oh.
No, people have been saying, I guess.
I guess he's talking about the liquor store. Nova Scotia has taste. Lee Russell, if Lee's cold had only made her deaf for a few days, she'd be spared Lou Dog's hellacious snoring. And then Lee Russell says jazz cigarettes. When we were talking about the naughty sticks, the ones that should not be named, that
yes.
should be on Ashley Sexton's picture, should be posted on.
Indeed, he should.
Lee Russell also goes to say, sucks that Redbeard has to have adult responsibilities now. Really missing him. And Lee Russell said, who says sarcasm is dead? And Beers for Days says, sarcasm? ? Lee Hardy, I sent him to bed.
Whoa.
Yeah, I talked to him. Then Lee Russell says, I have trouble believing you could put anyone to sleep unless you were choking them out. Then I said, that's why I said sent, not put. Lee Russell, now Carrie gets Zamboners.
Zamboners.
Zamboners. Forgot the A. I know that he corrected it, but Zamboners sounds funnier. Babasades, their Stranger Than Fiction seems to be unavailable lately.
Really? I'll have to take a look at it. I'm pretty sure I can get it here, but again, they probably don't sell as much volume here.
I don't recall seeing it either, but I'm not really looking for it either.
I've seen it. I just don't remember where I saw it.
Isn't it seasonal? Isn't there some seasonal aspect to Stranger Than Fiction?
It might be.
It might be. Because I remember seeing it at some point, but I couldn't tell you like when or where. Like I just saw it at an LCBO. I just don't remember.
Ooh, it's on sale right now. But yeah, I could have sworn like last year, I think we BA 101 it because it was like the last can I could get and it just come out or something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Lee Russell. Nick's history is that he's a paid shill who reviews CA beers for money and free beer. He sleeps in piles of dirty money and empty beer cans.
Empty beer cans, yes, not definitely not money or free beer.
Gotta drink them all. It's like Pokemon, but more intoxicating and less weeb nonsense. Your face sounds like a good life. Lee Russell used LOL, which makes me laugh because you could have just laughed. That's okay. Bubba Sadie says, thought you folks were doing the hobo beers for a while. We will be doing that next week. So more details to come.
Spoilers in next week's beer.
Hey, it's not total spoilers. We're not saying what we're doing yet.
Well, we want to do
Just saying it's still
beers,
hobo.
It's
It's
kind
going
of
to
want to
happen.
get the fresh IPAs out of the way first.
This is like the hobo collective arts. We're following along the IPA. I guess the trend is on hobo.
It does look like this is available, but I just want to point this out on the LCBO. This product is limited to 10,000 quantities per order. So if you're hoping to order more than 10,000 of these, you are shit out of luck.
What am I supposed to do with my weekend?
Like,
goddamn.
You can put in 2 orders, and I think they'll be
That's
okay.
true. Oh, yeah, okay, that works. Lee Russell believes next week we are returning to that. Thank you, Lee Russell. Lee Russell, again, sometimes they have to jump on a beer when the jumping on it is hot.
Pretty much.
Yes. Yeah. There's a small group of us, and if we can get the same beer, we'll do it.
Oh,
so
the whole idea is that we have this IPA now. It's already 2 months old, and next month we're planning to do some non-alcoholic stuff because it's dry February. So we
only for Dan.
Yeah, we're not going to hold on to this beer for another 2 months and then do it.
Unlike Fruly, we're cheating for Fruly, but it's February 1st, so Dan can get his January 31st digital review in. Hint.
Also, Dan and his lack of golden tickets can go fuck off. Hi, Dan.
Speaking of Dan, well, it's a day for collective arts, I'm sure. Bug a surprise here.
I think he meant to say big surprise.
He did. He absolutely
Bug surprise here.
I just thought it was funny. Fine. My sense of humor is not the same as your pet sense of humor. I enjoy reading mistakes without making a big deal about correcting them.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there. You know what? Beers for Days and Bubba Sadie's. I see you guys here all the time. If you guys have a webcam and you aren't assholes, you should join us. If you can get the beer, come join us. We need more opinions on this show.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's become more female.
Greg's looking for more meat.
Yeah. We have too many girls on this show. We need to get some more sausage in here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming you're both guys, but if you're women, come on in too. So.
Oh, that's right. There could be a female.
Greg's just upset that we're starting to accept women in our ranks.
Well, next thing they'll be wanting to vote. Oh,
jeez.
Sorry, the show got political.
Oh shit! Goddamn.
Hey, we've already let Lee pick out some beers for it to do. Like,
what?
You think we picked Fruly? Come on. Jeez.
You did pick Fruly.
I did. Hey, I like Fruly.
I can't give away my secrets till we do the review, so I'm reserving my opinion for then.
I like Fruly because I can drink the whole pack and not be completely annihilated.
You're not wrong. As long as you like strawberries.
Unlike next week's beer.
Yeah, that'll be.
Yeah, I thought you were out next week, though.
I am. I'm doing a virtual. I'm going to do
your pre-recording. Okay.
Oh, pre-recording. Yeah, virtual party.
I really want to review this beer because it's been a joke for forever, and I'm going to miss the opportunity to. So I'm going to do it. Yay.
I love hobo beers. Actually, I have one, but I really kind of want to just cuvee a few of them. I maybe add some chalet sauce, although Lady Lee won't be here to vomit on camera.
Yeah, it's not fun. That's all I got to say. I have not vomited on camera, but I remember the day you did that. I had a very sensitive stomach, and I actually threw up, so it was great.
Oh, I didn't know you actually threw up. Now I feel incredibly accomplished.
I had the worst sensitive stomach, the absolute worst. It was really bad morning sickness because everything was making any sort of smells, any sort of things were making me throw up.
Well, I'm glad you're not pregnant.
Me too. It'd be very irresponsible of me to drink and be pregnant.
Also, at this point, wouldn't the kid be in you for 15 months or something like that? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
That kid is really overcooked.
Yeah, just still, and I'm still like this tiny. It's just never grown. Might be dead. I might be worried about like sepsis or something.
I'm sure like a teenager just walks out of you.
Just fully grown, just lives in there. Hey mom.
Hey, Mom.
Oh shit. No babies. No babies for me. It was actually kind of funny because Ryan and I had the discussion about having kids. Like we were talking about like, hey, like I'm getting to that age. Like if you decide you have kids, or if I decide we have to have kids, like we got to decide soon. And he's like, I absolutely don't want kids. I'm like, that's good because I don't want to have kids either. So had the conversation.
Basically, me and my wife. I always say if I could have a child and it was born at age 25 and not a complete fuckhead, I'd be okay with having a kid. But it's the whole first.
Greg doesn't want a kid; he wants a drinking buddy.
Basically, yes, like that. That's exactly it. It's like a little version of me that's just a drinking buddy who, I can still
You should go looking for one of your illegitimate children you might have had like 15 years ago. And see
I'm pretty sure there's no Gregs out there. My
just step in their life and say, "Hey, I'm your dad."
My swimmers are very often kept under wraps, so it would be very unlikely there's any little Gregs hanging out there. Though maybe I should just go to a sperm bank,
little Greggies.
My sperm out there, and then just who knows what'll happen.
You know, he's a dog. Get a 18-year-old orphan or something like that.
I don't think they have those.
You want to be.
I think at that point that's somebody that's trying to just steal money from me. Like that's some sort of scam going on. Oh yeah, no, I'm 18 years old. Please, Daddy, adopt me. Next thing you know, they find my dead body and my bank account's drained.
I feel like that's why my dad had kids, was so that he had a drinking buddy. Because now that's all I do. Every time I go down, my dad's like, let's have a drink. Let's go for a drink. It's so sweet.
Hey, it's good that you guys have that relationship and get along.
My
dad was selfish and didn't drink, so I could never drink with him.
Well, that's not a bad thing that people don't drink. Just saying there right now, people don't want to drink. That's fine.
If you don't drink, you're a bad person.
My dad doesn't drink either, so it's not like. I mean, I've split a beer with him before, but it's just not his thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's this?
Comment here from Mercedes.
Am I reading it? Oh, I had a vasectomy. I didn't want to have kids, but they're still there when I got home.
That's awesome. God damn it, Dinkle.
It didn't fucking work.
All right. Okay, so let's we might as well just get this over with. I'll put Lady Lee up here and say,
why are you getting Lady Lee over with? Here? Jesus.
Well, not that we want her. We want the lady to come first.
It's sexual for the first time
in the four-way.
Technically one's virtual, so it's like cybering and having sex at the same time.
Whoa!
So it's like working from home in a sex club.
See, it's funny guys always talk about like, why am I here? Have you heard what I say? Like nobody else will accept me.
The girls don't want to hang out with you.
The guys are embarrassed by me. So I come hang out with other like losers, just like me.
Yeah.
Kidding. I'm the only loser here. I'm the mother. I'm the woman who's childless. That makes me a life loser. My purpose has never been.
This is basically just like Stephen King's It, where we're like the loser club, and you're like the one girl that joins us.
There you go. I'm Mary Magdalene.
See, how's that go? And I hope this isn't offensive, but like, I was like, well, you're not completely childless. You've raised a lot of cocks, haven't you? Oh.
That came from Nick. Holy shit. That was
all right. What did you think of it?
Wow.
No,
I don't think Nick should get away with that.
That was a good one. Okay, holy shit. Wow. That was hilarious. Woo. Okay. I'm a breathe for a second. This beer. Okay, so I'm realizing my cold fucks up like the citrusy taste because I'm getting like I have like that weird taste in my mouth going on, and I was drinking gin and tonics. I had lime in it yesterday. I could tell like the lime tasted different, and I'm drinking this and I have the same thing. So my my voting is not going to be as accurate. Like, I find, unfortunately, the sickness has taken away my abilities to do such a good job on this professional show. Not even a giggle. Fuck you guys. So
I gave you a tongue wagging or whatever, tongue clicking. That's what
okay. So anyways, I'm not getting the citrusy taste, but again, I think it's just because of my cold. So that could just be the issue that I'm having. It is going down really nice and smoothly though. Like, it is a 6.4 and I don't really taste the alcohol. I think it's very easy drinking. So I feel like I'm just gonna do it as like a collective arts numbered IPA now for like judging, because there's so fucking many. It's its own category. But it's gonna be really hard because I don't. Personal preference, I am gonna go with an 8 because I am really enjoying it. It tastes there's like, again, the citrus is very muted for me right now, but I might taste it like a week later and be like, this is garbage. But it has like that little bit of taste to it, and like I said, the alcohol taste is not there, so it doesn't feel like I'm drinking like a higher percentage beer. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. Personal preference, I'm having a really hard time because it tastes very, very lightly like an IPA, and unfortunately, I don't think that opinion is right. Like, I do think that I'm gonna taste this a week later, and I'm gonna taste something entirely different. So I'm gonna go. Oh, this is really hard. So I'm gonna go with what I taste and like add a point because of the cold. I think that's fair. So I'm gonna give it a 7 for style.
7 for style.
Yeah.
8 for overall.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. Perfect. Thank you, Lily. Let's pan over to Greg.
So I will say, I think Lady Lee's kind of picking up a lot on this beer because it is sort of a bit of a muted beer. Like, it's kind of the flavors are there, but they're not as in your face, especially for kind of this is a hazy IPA, right? I've actually drank most of it, but yeah, it still looks pretty hazy to me. So I'm gonna consider it a hazy unless somebody tells me I'm completely wrong. So I mean, and to me, it's got sort of the flavors of a hazy. It's got sort of that yours is very hazy. Kind of bad that I just drank this beer without even looking at it. So, I mean, it's got the flavors of a hazy. It's kind of like a little bit of citrus, a little bit of that kind of fruity salad thing. I definitely get the not so much pineapple. It's more of the grapefruit pith, but they blend together nicely. And the thing is, I don't like hazies that much. So this one actually works really well for me. It just kind of got all the flavors I want, but it's easygoing enough that it's just drinks wonderfully. I mean, the fact is, I poured this late after you guys started. I'm just savoring this little bit just so I can actually
get your review in.
So, I mean, yeah, this is. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say this is easily, if we're counting this as a numbered IPA, easily the best one in the series, without a doubt.
Wow.
I would probably say it's the best beer I've ever had from Collective Arts. And if my memory serves correct, I would have to go through Untappd just to double check. Maybe there's some I'm forgetting. And it's an easy 10 for style, 10 for personal enjoyment. It's this is a fantastic beer, and I will be buying more of this. And I wish more Collective Arts beers were this good. But again, if you're a huge hazy fiend, you may not like this as much as me because I don't like hazies. And this gives me just enough of the flavor that it makes it enjoyable for me without seeming like I'm just biting into the skin of a grapefruit, which most hazies, that's what they taste like. So
I find like that's kind of where I was going to, because it doesn't taste like that crazy bitterness you usually get.
I mean, it's there, but it's blended with the other flavors, and it's definitely a more subtle IPA than others, but it just works so well as just a beer. Like, I mean, I could drink like 6 of these and then forget their 6.4%, get up, fall over, shit my pants, wake up the next morning. Cheers.
Go to work. Oh wait, you don't work.
No, I don't. But it would be embarrassing if I did. Then I have to call in sick and say sorry. I passed out and shit my pants.
Apologies, I drank too much and shit my pants last night.
It's very awkward to call in sick.
Yeah, it is, especially when it's been over shitting your pants.
I'm happy that my palate is not terribly fucked up though, because that it is muted and it's not just me.
No, I think you are picking up on it. I do think without a cold you would, but I don't think this is a good beer to review on a cold because I think it's hard to pick up the stuff. But yeah, no, this beer is great. I'm buying more of this. No doubt about it. And this is better than whatever your favorite is. IPA 5, 15, whatever. In my opinion, better than all of them.
And I have like no sense of smell whatsoever. It's gone. So I can't smell anything. Couldn't even go by that.
Yeah, this beer's got a scent to it. It's not in your face. Actually, I would actually say that the grapefruit scent is stronger than grapefruit taste in this.
I do taste grapefruit.
Oh, it's there.
Fun.
It's there, but
It
just
smells
in the face.
like passion fruit. Anyway,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Wow, Greg, I wasn't expecting you to give a like that.
No,
That's a rating I expect from Carrie. You know.
No, I was expecting it to be like, it's a 6.
All right. So speaking of Carrie, I'll let you go back to picking your feet. So let's.
He's massaging his feet.
I'm not picking Nick. I'm
Holding his feet's hand.
I'm having an arm wrestling competition with a foot.
Fuck.
No, saying you're
Okay.
massaging.
All right. Let's hit Redbeard here. Who could have been here today?
I like it. Mosaic's a nice hop. It's just really nicely balanced. It's quite juicy with a little nice bitterness on the end. It's really tasty. That's all I can really say. I'm going to go 9s across the board.
Wow.
Cheers.
Jesus. All he had to do was say that on John Air. Just anyway. All right. So wow, Greg and
Your comment again. The side comment.
I'm just loving
Anyway.
I'm just loving the Nick we're seeing tonight. Like he's crude, he's rude,
No
he's sarcastic.
no fucks
He's had a
given.
stressful day and he's like, I don't give no fucks.
Anyway, I don't give a fuck. All right, so what do I think about this beer is I get, tasting it. I think Greg's kind of like I get more of the smell of passion fruit, I think. I think it's more, not so much grapefruit, I get this passion fruit. I mean, I see the grapefruit in it. We're splitting hairs here. So I get like passion fruit, touch floral. It's almost like a clementine or mandarin kind of taste to it. It's a touch chalky, so it comes across as like tasting a bit like those rocket candies you get at Halloween, like the Canadian rocket candies, like the chalky kind of. It has a very soft body. Like holy fuck, that's soft. Like it's just velvety almost. With a nice lingering, like a nice pithy resin in the body as well. The only thing I don't like about it, and it's been muted, and maybe it's just not tickling my fancy as much as it's tickling everybody else's here, is how muted it is. Like, I know it's been mentioned by pretty much everybody, except for maybe Redbeard, who didn't say a whole lot. Like, it just like is muted, and a lot of people like that. I kind of feel like I would like to have had a little bit more oomph. I get a aftertaste of like a lingering dusty candy and juice that lingers a bit and then it disappears. Like it's really super drinkable. This thing goes down incredibly easy, and it's incredibly dangerous at 6.5% ABV. But I feel like it's a little. I'm not sure if I like how muted it is. I don't know. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, really. This is a really tasty beer. One thing I will tell you is that given how muted it is, that 65 IBU rating I read off at the start, no way this is 65. This is more like 35 or less.
It's not bitter.
Yeah, it's really low. I don't know. If I'm considering this kind of like an American style IPA or a New England style, it's really good. Like, but I feel like it's not as good as it could be. 7.5 for the style, and I'm going to give 8 for overall enjoyment. That's my numbers. You know what it actually kind of reminds me? It reminds me of some of the American ones I've had where they don't really have that kind of. They're really super well made, like balanced, but they don't have the oomph that like you get some like the punch that some of the Canadian ones have. Anyway, needless to say, that's my thoughts. I'm gonna do up the maths, and I'm gonna put Lee to read the rest of the comments.
Whoa, it's me.
What? What? Yeah.
All right, so I believe we're at beer for days. I have the right to vote. That may be enough decision making for me. Haha, haha. I enjoy that. Haha. Lee Russell, I take it back. Greg is the paid shill.
It's true.
Lee Russell,
Right.
Ginger shill. Ginger shill. I feel like I'm saying it angrily. Ginger shill. But Mercedes, G's Redbeard, gave it the same score as the Between the Buns sub. Between the Buns sub.
He's a fan of Mr. Beard's work.
Greg, they paid me in Mosaic enemas. That sounds colorful,
But
sexy.
you know what? It tastes the same in at least two ways. We'll try the other two ways at some other point.
Who needs friends when you have enemas?
Beers for days. Maybe the sub and the beer will go well together. And Lee Russell at Mercedes. LOL. Lol.
That's what Carrie needs to do is like sub and beer pairing.
There you go. Perfect.
$1 million idea. We'll Carrie run with it.
Still love that one where like he had a vasectomy and the kids are still there at home.
Oh, I did miss one.
That's totally the Ashley Sexton story. Oh, the next week's beer we will discuss that momentarily. Although we've kind of already spoiled what next week's beer is going to be.
We did not. We only said that it was part of the hobo thing again. We did not say what we were doing.
All right.
It's still a secret.
Holy crap. This actually really did well.
Except for me, because I can't taste right now. I can taste, but not well.
Oh, you're fine.
Puppy! What a cutie puppy. Look at the little puppy. I want the puppy. I want to pet the puppy. Puppy looks soft. Oh, puppy looks
we just gave her a bath in oatmeal shampoo. I highly recommend it.
Look, she looks so comfy.
Oh, she's very comfy.
Okay. Lee Russell. Carrie seems irresponsible enough to drink and eat subs on his job and film it.
Oh, yeah.
You're not wrong.
Oh, she's licking herself. Now we turn the cameras off.
That's extra.
Yeah, that's on her OnlyFans.
I'll get Sasha hooked up.
Oh boy.
Only Greg's.
Oh, Lee Russell says he misses his dog now.
Oh, jeez. Now I feel bad about reminding Lee about his dead dog.
I always have this like guilty conscience when I send him pictures of Sasha, because like I know he likes to see pictures of dogs, but I also feel terrible because I know that it makes him miss his dog.
I mean, but part of me was thinking about just like sending him a puppy in the mail, but then if it doesn't survive, I'll just have sent him another dead dog.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ, Greg. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
All right.
Do you know what? Every
Wow.
time you think any of us have ever like taken that step too far, Greg is like, "No, guys." Like, I'm going to bulldoze through it.
Well, tonight I've had to compete with Nick, so I've had to up my game. So
I'm close to competing with Nick. I think you like destroyed the fucking line and like ran past it to like the end fucking field goal. Like, you just went with it.
Yeah, like Greg's like I need to one up Nick. Oh, play the dead dog card.
Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
forgot we're not playing Cards Against Humanity.
You're a fucking awful human being, Greg.
Yes, I am indeed.
You still like you're around some reason. Like look at Lee. Like Lee's probably logged off by now.
Well, it's like it's because you got low turnout. If you could get beers for days and Bubba Sadie's on here, then I'd be gone in a second.
So we have Dan saying, "Wow, Greg, that was hold my beer. Take Take it too far, far time.
Wow.
Take it too far time. There we go.
Tip it
Tongue
too
twister
far,
there.
maybe.
No, not even.
Isn't it
and
great,
Lee
Greg shipping a dog with a poking air holes in the package at least.
and Lee Russell says, yeah, that would be thoughtful, but a total disaster.
Wouldn't end well.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Right.
so this beer, which I've now finished my style, 8.4, overall 8.8. That's where we're at with this one. So I can stop sharing that
Yay.
now and put myself on screen because the comment has been read. What is next week's beer? Next week's beer is going to be a BYOB, and the criteria is going to be high ABV. Whatever the highest ABV malt liquor shit is in your liquor store, bring it.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
doing Hobo January. We're doing strong ass fucking beers. Now, in interest of not all bringing the same one, like maybe Fax 10 is probably the strongest one you can get. Variety. Preferably anything over 8% ABV. That's macro. Or not a macro, sorry, malt liquor. That's how we're getting hobo drunk. We're going for total paper bag stuff. Bring the Colt 45, the Fax 10. In this case, I got Atlas 12. I mean, look at that guy's package. You know this is like a heavy hitting beer. All right.
Basically, it's not a beer you're gonna enjoy for taste. It's one of those. I've had a really fucking shitty day. How can I get drunk the fastest? And for some reason, I haven't discovered vodka.
Dan's like, damn it, Minhas might win here. Oh, I don't know if you want to go that far, Dan. But yeah, bring whatever you got available. So
I already brought my highest beforehand, so I'll have to find something slightly lower. That's fine. Bring your highest, whatever the highest is.
Bring the highest. We don't even remember what your last one was.
Yeah, I would say revisit it if you want, or bring something new.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, I don't care.
We'll say like closer to the 10 side, so nothing like 6%. Like go to like 8%.
Yeah, obviously you don't want.
Yeah, I would say try to keep it close to 10, but
Doesn't have to be over 10.
Doesn't have to be. Like if all
Mine
you
is
got
10.
is one, all you got is a 7.5% beer and Fax 10, then get the 7.5. We're not. All I care is that it's a stronger macro, like a stronger, lager, strong lager.
We just want the dirty one. That's all.
The dirtiest shit in your NLC. Go to the LC, bud, and get the dirtiest shit you can.
And listen, I know Joe's gonna hide behind his heart condition, so Joe, you can bring a 4% beer. We just want you on the show, buddy, wearing a uniform.
Miss Joe.
I have mine. Yay.
Lady Lee, I don't think has ever met Joe's dad, and he's fantastic.
I've never met Joe.
Oh, you've never met Joe? That's
Yeah, Joe disappeared right at the same time Lady Lee was coming in.
Oh, I think
maybe that's why you're Greg. Joe's afraid of women or something.
I think he's popped on the chat real quick before, but I've never actually got to like hang out with him.
Well, nobody lasts very long with you.
I know.
Jesus. Raised a lot of cocks. No,
exactly.
I'm sorry about that.
I just raise all the penises around me. Instead of raising the roof, I'm raising dicks.
Total dick move. Alrighty. We're gonna sign off here. So I want to thank Lee. I want to thank Dan in the chat. Bubba Sadies and Beers for Days. Cheers to you folks. Who else is in the chat that I haven't mentioned yet?
Dan briefly showing. Oh, you mentioned Dan.
Did we say thanks to Lee?
Yeah. First.
Okay.
You should have specified Manly.
I heard Lee, and I heard my name.
The U.S. beers is 9% for Canadians. Yeah, right. I don't think the exchange rate's that bad. All right, so yeah, thanks Lee, thanks Greg, thanks me, and thanks you Redbeard for you could have showed up tonight. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Cheers.